life, I want us to be great. Look good, winning like a sweet stays. Go check the stats, all we do is win. Gotta make it clear, this a PSA. Make a drip flex from the TSA. From NY, we taking dubs in every state. I ain't gon' lie, we was broke, now we getting paid. It was high van, now they flying in no kind of planes. Blood, sweat, tears, we was putting in no kind of pain. Effort never lack, now they giving us a type of break. Starting at the bottom, now we ending with a legacy. Ain't but where you start, by how long it take to finish it. Winning, but it's more than a game. See it take a village, make you more than a main. If you ain't hungry, you gon' get left. No one finna make you do more than you can. Finna get bucks, I'll be all in the pain. Can't stop, won't stop, destiny.
The first question I have for you is from Terrence Munch Williams.
All right.
He said to ask you, Tyson, if practice were to start today, would y'all be able to run a 5-on-5, or would y'all have to run 3-on-3?
Right now, it's probably a 3-on-3. You might have one sub, but
But I guess that's at the top of the list of questions is, man, what does it feel like to have so much upheaval going on? Like, you already got coronavirus happening in the world. Look up in 6 dudes gone.
I mean, yeah, definitely those guys leaving is, it's tough, but they got to do what's best for them, But as a program and as a team, we're gonna move on and do what's best for us. Our coaching staff working hard right now to bring in new players and to develop, the players that we already have. I've been in close contact with my coaches, and I'm confident that we'll be all right through this.
I would definitely say they're not working hard to bring in new players right now because everybody's supposed to be quarantined. So, them dudes, there's no tournaments to go to. They're watching highlights on YouTube at that. Yeah. Dudes is literally just home. They're working the least hard right now, probably. But as far as like your freshman year, what's one of the things that what are some of the surprises of going from high school basketball to playing first year of college basketball?
I'd probably just say just the amount of basketball that's played, like the amount of time spent on the court in a practice setting. I spent a lot of time training, working on my craft, in the weight room, on the court, but the amount of time that's actually spent on the basketball court is probably more than any high school senior to college freshman anybody's ever had to play. Anybody's had to make that adjustment. The speed was definitely something that was different for me at first. I've always liked to play fast, but a college fast is different from a high school fast.
How much time would you say you spent in an average day doing basketball related stuff?
Basketball related stuff, you guys are film, weights, skill work for me, team practice. I'd say for me, anywhere maybe 7 to 9 hours a day.
7 to 9 hours. That's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
How did you manage that with actually getting your academics done?
So I would block out. I would have each day mapped out. So I would block out times that I wanted to study, and I would compare that and put that under a skill workout or a strength workout, and I'd block out times where I had to do schoolwork. Yeah. That way there was no idle time. I couldn't just be, just on my phone or watching TV. I had to be doing my academics, because as the season continues to go on, you have less and less time to do the work. Yeah. So I would try and do that. And homework I would try and do earlier in the week, so I wouldn't have to worry about it, especially if we had a game that weekend.
Yeah. How prepared did you feel going from high school to college?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably say that I was an 8.5.
Yeah.
Because I had developed these routines. I had developed, these values and these principles that I lived by. Yeah. And they helped me a lot. But there's some things that you're not going to be ready for until you experience it. There's some things you're not going to be ready for until you face that thing and quote unquote fail. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, in a sense, I wasn't fully prepared, but I wasn't underprepared. I was prepared enough, but there were still things that I had to go through firsthand.
What are some of those things?
I guess, just knowing how long a season is, and because I'm somebody that always wants to work out, always want to train, and I'm not going to BS my training. I'm going to take it full on. But there's such thing as burnout. There's such thing as hitting walls. And I guess I knew what they were, but I guess I thought it wouldn't happen to me. I always thought that I could mentally and physically push through that. But until you hit that, you can't. I definitely say, like, from a basketball standpoint, the difference between, people might not realize this, but the difference between non-conference play and conference play is night and day.
Really? How so?
Non-conference play, you're playing teams from different conferences. We were playing teams in the SEC and the Big 12. Yeah. They're not as familiar with us because they don't play us every year.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to execute a lot of your plays. From a player standpoint, you're going to be able to get a lot of shots that you want. But when you get the conference play, everybody knows everybody. They know the sets. They know the system. They know the defensive coverages. So it's like, you have to, my coach always says in conference play, you have to be the smarter and the tougher team, and you have to get easy buckets whenever you can. That's why executing was so important. It's because they know everything. I remember coming off down screens in non-conference play, I was wide open. In conference play, there was 2 people on me. It's a big difference, and I didn't know that until I was actually in it.
Yeah. I was really curious how it would go for you, because your story, I thought, would prepare you a lot for college. Just you have a really hit the narrative as far as, like, every kid is supposed to be, like, from the projects, looking into playing basketball because either that or selling drugs or rapping, and they're trying to get their moms out of the hood. And it's like, that's not your story. Your story is like, your parents have done really well for themselves. You don't typically hear about kids who still have drive. Like, it happens a lot, but you don't hear these stories. Like, could you share more about, like, what your routine was? Like, one of the things I learned about you is just how you went from Jersey to Long Island every day while you were at Lehigh before you got to Putnam.
So, I mean, just to talk about that story, because that definitely was, that was a major turning point in my life.
Yeah.
My time at Long Island Lutheran. I tried to live out there to begin with, but I wanted to train so much, and that, like, the living arrangements necessarily didn't cater to that. And, before it turned into any, like, an issue, I just wanted to, I was willing to make the sacrifice of a shorter commute to school. So I remember, like, I used to have to get up at 4:30, 4:15 every day, come across the George Washington Bridge, go all the way down to Madison Square Garden, Penn Station, get on the Long Island Railroad, and take a train all the way out to Lehigh, and then take like a 10-minute Uber up to the school from the train station. And every day I would work out before school. I would shoot. I would work on the moves that I wanted to work on, and it just got me into a space mentally, like, all right, this is what you're doing. Keep working. Like, something good's gonna come from this. Because starting in Lehigh, I had 3 offers, and they weren't big. They were like Central Connecticut, Iona, Hofstra. They weren't big schools. And it was like, I kept telling myself, like, there's something more for you. Like, there's something more for you, but you have to put in these hours. You have to be willing to work to get there, because it's not going to be handed to you. Like, I personally feel like, for me, I've never really been, here, Tyson, here, you can have this. Like, I've always had to go out and get it. I've always had to prove, whether my numbers proved it or not. I had to continuously show that I belonged. In the work, I kept working, and that's when my work ethic really took to a new level, because it was like, I was working out before school, go to practice, do the whole commute back to New Jersey, go to the gym after I got off that commute, and do it all again the next morning. So it was like, I think it helped me more mentally than it did physically, because it was like probably the toughest thing I've ever had to go through. And looking back at it now, I don't even know how I got through that.